What's going on, Biff Brigade? It's Biff, and today I'm here with a Battlefield 6 video. And we're going to be diving deep into the latest Battlefield 6 news and updates, straight from the front lines of Battlefield 6. We've got great leaked gameplay, class system drama, server browser tea, and yes, DICE is actually asking for your input. And we've even got some spicy rumours for Xbox and PlayStation. So grab your energy drink, yell, "Medic!" and let's lock and load. So let's be real, Battlefield 6 is a make or break moment at the minute for EA and DICE. After Battlefield 5's mixed bag and 2042's, well, let's just call it a learning experience, I think it's fair to say though that the Battlefield community is hyped, but very, very cautious. The good news, EA is going all in with the biggest playtests in the franchise history to avoid another disaster. And here's a teaser. DICE's own Alexia Christofi is out here asking fans on X about what we want in a server browser. More on that later, but it's got me hopeful that DICE is actually listening this time. Let's break down the big updates.
Assault, Engineer, Support, and Recon. An iconic formula for Battlefield.
So first things first, let's talk classes, because let me tell you, it is getting spicy. It's been confirmed that all 4 of the classic classes are back. That's Assault, Engineer, Support, and Recon. And we've got some seriously cool gadgets like that ladder. Oh my god, I cannot wait to use that to flank people and to just cause mayhem. And the Engineer's looking pretty sweet as well, with the RPGs and, you know, the classic things like the repair tool. I honestly feel like we're just going back to the basics of that classic Battlefield formula that we all just know and love. And one of the biggest things I'm psyched for is this. The fact that you can carry your teammates, res them, and pull them out just for them to go and be Biffs and die again. I mean, what's not to love about that? Now, one of the biggest things that just grinds my gears in 2025 and the first-person shooter genre that we all love to play is unrealistic skins. Now, the Battlefield 6 developers have actually said the thing we can say, we are a military shooter in modern times. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't really fancy playing with Nicki Minaj and Snoop Dogg running around with RPGs. That's just not my kind of bag, unfortunately. I know some of you might probably hate me for saying that, but let's be honest, we need a grounded experience. It needs to be a military game and not Fortnite in disguise. Now, let's talk server browser, and we've got some big news here. So essentially, DICE producer Alexia Christofi took to X, asking fans, what's important about server browser to you? She got an absolute flood of responses, with creators like Tactical Brit saying it's vital for communities to host custom lobbies, and Crash noting it kills skill-based matchmaking. Now, I don't really know where I sit on the fence on this one, because it's quite a divisive issue. I would say having a server browser is good for building a community and being able to play with the same people over and over again. However, it's having to wait for a match. And I mean, I used to spend ages just sitting in a queue for my favourite server, just waiting to join. However, on that note, I do think that having a server browser moving forward would be a good thing. But here's the catch. DICE have already said that there will not be a server browser in Battlefield 6, but instead, you'll be able to have the ability to browse and create servers through Portal. Now, apparently that's going to be easily accessible through the game's menu, and you'll be able to choose whatever Portal server you want to join. Is that a good thing? I don't know. It's probably a step in the right direction, and with DICE's latest tweets, it might mean something like a server browser functionality will come in the future. Who knows? And now on that note, Portal looks absolutely insane. The fact that you're able to build your own maps and play the way you want to play, I think it just adds to the replayability of Battlefield 6 moving forward. And it will just let you do some mental things, like blow up some tanks whilst driving up a vertical road and having helicopters explode on you and actually not being a Biff for once in your life, because everybody's doing stupid things and just all round having a really good time. Now, let me know whether or not you're psyched for Portal and what things you're hoping to play. Now, I'm a fairly new content creator and I've got no affiliation with EA or DICE whatsoever. I wasn't at that content creator event, so therefore I can actually tell you truly how I feel without any fear of reprimands or anything like that. Honestly, it feels like that DICE's engagement feels different this time. You know, you've got Alexia out there actively listening, summarising community feedback and promising more details. Now that's a huge shift from 2042's complete radio silence. Now I'm cautiously optimistic, so maybe, just maybe, we'll see a proper server browser for the vanilla modes later down the line, especially if we keep the pressure on. But this open dialogue, this has got to be a good sign for Battlefield 6's future. And we've got big news for console players as well. Battlefield 6 is reportedly locked in at 60 frames per second, both on the PlayStation 5 and even the Xbox Series S, with a performance mode apparently pushing it up to 120 FPS, and that's on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, this has been reported by Tech for Gamers, and that's from a developer interview, and it has got console fans absolutely hyped. Now, another thing that's been leaked is proximity chat. Now, apparently, Battlefield 6 will have proximity chat, letting you hear players, friend or foe, within a 50-metre radius. Now, there's been various leaks pointing to menu options for directional chat, where volume fades with the distance. Now, imagine sneaking up on somebody in the alleyways, hearing them panic, or calling people Biffs whilst you're holding a building, and just slaughtering them. I mean, I can't wait for this. It's absolute chaos, and I love it. I'm here for it. But I think it needs to be toggleable. Is that a word? Toggleable? Games like Warzone and BattleBit nailed proximity chat for hilarious moments, but Battlefield 6's 32v32 scale could be an absolute mess without the ability to mute things. DICE's engagement gives me hope that they'll get this absolutely right. Maybe with like with a one-click mute like PlanetSide 2. What do you think? Proximity chat for epic banter, or do you think it's just going to get a bit toxic? Let me know.